You are now watching COALOSSAL, the best place to learn about competitive Pokemon TCG. Let's get it! Yo, what's poppin' peeps? Welcome back to the channel. COALOSSAL here. Word up. Today we are going to be covering over Tornadus VMAX. Now you might be like, yo Zach, isn't this card trash? Why would you play this card? Well, a lot of people are sleeping on the fact that this is a single strike Pokemon, so you get access to the whole single strike engine of things. That being said, Houndoom is pretty awesome. You can accelerate single strike energies, doing that extra damage. You got a Tower of Darkness, drawing extra cards. And you got Scroll of Scorn. I like that. I don't see it in enough lists. I think if anything hits you, it's kind of like an Incineroar GX, which has seen a lot of success. Additionally, we got Powerful Colorless Energy. Powerful Colorless Energy doubling up on that extra damage that you can do, allowing you to do a bunch of extra damage with this deck, hitting those high numbers. And we got access to triple acceleration energy because this is an evolution Pokemon. So we can hit for a lot of damage very quickly. Now, I've also added in a Tyranitar and a Urshifu into this deck to kind of make it like a single strike box, if I could ever say anything. So I think it's super cool. Check out the list in the description below. While you're there, feel free to peep some of my sponsors, peep some of my merch. I mean, if you want to pick up a COALOSSAL merch shirt, it does help support me as a content creator. There's also your playmat. You can make custom playmats. That'd be totally awesome if you could. While you're there, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. We just passed 4,400 subs. Yesterday I was like, yo, we just passed 4,300. We are blazing to 5,000. Let's get there. But that being said, let's jump into the deck list, see exactly what's going on, because I know that's what everyone wants to hear. So this is what we got going on for the deck list. Tornadus VMAX has to evolve from somewhere, so we got Tornadus V. We got the beautiful art of this card. I mean, one of my favorite arts out of Chilling Reign entirely. If a stadium card in play that says 20+20, remember, since this is a single strike Pokemon, you can boost that with Powerful Colorless Energy and single strike energy. You also have Blasting Hammer, which again is probably not any different than what you want to be having for attacking with Tornadus VMAX. As long as you have a stadium in play, or there is any stadium in play, which with Path to the Peak being in the set, there's going to be a lot of stadiums in play. Max Wind Spirits hitting for a boosted amount of damage. Blasting Winds hitting for a decent bit of damage as well with Powerful Colorless Energy, single strike energy. And Tornadus VMAX just seems decent. It's weak to lightning, which kind of sucks, but if you hit a Pika-Rom deck, you do have access to power up a single strike Urshifu V with Houndooms to do Impact Blow for a knockout. You also have this as an out versus Eternatus. You also have this as an out to Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. So you have opportunities to take out these largely popular Pokemon in a single hit with this deck, making it kind of like a single strike toolbox. I've seen some people play the single strike Urshifu VMAX. I've seen some people play Tyranitar V in multiple copies. I've seen a lot of variations of this deck, but right now I like focusing on Tornadus VMAX because that's really what makes it new, using Houndoom's single strike roar to accelerate energies to any of your Pokemon that have the single strike marking in the top right hand corner just underneath their HP. And of course, that's going to come with Urn of Vitality, so you can get back your single strike energy cards. You can go for Tower of Darkness, discarding things. Maybe you could get away with one less Urn of Vitality, maybe not. But right now I think this list looks awesome, being able to get the Powerful Colorless Energies. You got the Capture Energies, the Triple Acceleration Energies. Like, this deck has a lot of stuff going for it. This might not be the most refined build or the best build, but I think it looks pretty cool in comparison to a lot of the other decks right now. And I know a lot of peeps are just sleeping on Tornadus VMAX in general. So we'll see if some of the gameplay, if we're just able to max Wind Spirit all the way to the top, or maybe we're going to die trying. But for this, it just seems like it's better single strike Urshifu VMAX, or bringing that kind of archetype into a new light. So let's play some games, see exactly what's going on here. So we won the coin flip. I think we want to go first here. And that's just because we can evolve from Tornadus V to VMAX and go get out our Houndoom, because that's also a stage 1. So stage 1 decks typically want to go first, so you have opportunities to draw out of it. See what we could do here. I mean, getting Powerful Colorless Energy in play sounds pretty cool. I'd like to get Houndoom out if possible. So we'll have to see how that goes. Maybe I'll start off with Tower of Darkness, discarding an Urn of Vitality. I already said in the deck profile I might want to cut one anyways, so I don't necessarily think we're gonna get there with the Urn of Vitality early. So didn't necessarily get anything that we want, but I can go Quick Ball here semi-safely. I think I'm cool to discard this Pokemon Communication. I don't think the Pokemon Communication is necessarily going to come out. I could evolve into a turn 2 Tornadus VMAX, but we can knock out the Sobble pretty easily. So let's go ahead and pitch the Pokemon Communication, and let's go for a Houndour. This looks like it might be an Ice Rider Calyrex, or maybe it's even a Rapid Strike Urshifu build. We might need Mew, but right now I'm just going to go for Houndour, making sure we have a steady amount of cards that we could use in our deck. We have the Tornadus VMAXs, all that good stuff. Decent bit of energies as well. So we have this. Let's go powerful colorless energy. I might as well put the single strike Scroll of Scorn in case our opponent gets a quick attack off, and we are just going to pass to our opponent's turn. And we'll quickly find out what they're playing. A lot of decks are running the INTELEON engine nowadays. And I mean, we're looking for clues with their first discard, their first quick ball search. If they grab an Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX, it's very easy. It looks like they're just running an INTELEON V and VMAX deck. With the way that they're sniping on the bench, we probably want to have the Mew. And we just want to build up enough damage so that we can hit hard. Or harder than our opponents. So, right now, blow through. There's a Stadium card in play. We already are getting a knockout. That's cool to note. We just want to keep it that way. So there's another Sobble so they can get set up another turn. There's a Path to the Peak. I'm totally cool with Path to the Peak going out there. And we probably wanted another Tornadus V in this matchup. So I'm going to go ahead here. You can only attach this to your evolution Pokemon. I probably should have discarded that instead of the Pokemon Communication. That might have been a little bit better for what it's worth. There's the Tornadus V. I'm just going to put that down. No reason not to. Tower of Darkness. No reason to not discard that. And let's pitch his hand away. So the triple acceleration energy is not going to be our best friend. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We really aren't going to be going for a huge knockout next turn. So I'm going to go for Capture Energy here. I think I'm going to just try to draw some cards while we have the opportunity to draw some cards. We're going to first and foremost grab out Mew because our opponent can snipe with the INTELEON VMAX. And let's go Quick Ball away. I'm honestly fine with Quick Balling away the Dedenne GX. I think that sounds like a legitimate plan here. I don't want to have too many things down on my bench. I am going to go for a Houndour here. There's nothing that we need the Tyranitar or the Single Strike Urshifu V. Those cards are just not going to be as strong as the Tornadus VMAX, in my opinion. So let's go like this. I could get another energy in play if I really wanted to. Do I really want to? I'm honestly not sure. I don't want to damage this yet. I'm going to see what I can draw off the Crobat first. So we do have the Tornadus VMAX, and we are going to be doing 240, 260. I'm going to evolve into this. Now I'm going to go ahead and go for those attacks. I'm actually going to go ahead and do it first. Then I'm going to go for Tower of Darkness. So I could earn those back in. So I could power them up next turn. So there's the energy in the discard pile. Feeling pretty well set up here. And, excuse me. No, Blasting Wind. The Blasting Wind is taking the wind right away from me. So there's prize card number 1. The boss is kind of hot here too. If our opponent's able to attack us this turn, our goal is just to hit for max Wind Spirit to knock out their INTELEON VMAX. So if they're able to go for the 160, 60 to the bench, that's not enough for them to knock us out. Our goal is, again, is just to go max Wind Spirit and boost that up to a knockout. And since we've already drawn one prize card off the Sobble, yeah, our opponent's just going to concede because they did not get it, but we would just be able to knock them out with their damage modifiers the next turn. Okay, we're going to call tails here. We lost the coin flip. Hopefully our opponent lets us go first. It'd be super nice for us, but we're going to be going second. That's fine. Maybe we could attack with like Tornadus V's. First attack, blow through, doing 20 plus 20 plus maybe 20 to take a decent chunk out of their active Pokemon. And again, we get the chance to admire this amazing arts. That destructive Tornadus V with the Quillfish in the air, the Score Bunny, the Rockruff. Looks like we are playing against some kind of fighting type deck with Avery. I couldn't tell you what this deck is off the top of my head. Fighting type deck, we are resistant to fighting. So with a Pikarom deck box and all that fun stuff, we are playing against Coalossal. So I guess our goal is to really just try to hit into this Coalossal ASAP. We don't need to worry about our opponent sniping us. We don't need to worry about a lot of stuff. And this is what you're going to get when you're playing on the ladder. Maybe these players have been running into Tornadus VMAX and Pikaroms in this new format, and they're just trying to take it with Coalossal. Coalossal's a valid card. So, see what our opponent's going to do here. They're probably reading the Tornadus V thoroughly, because it's really not that popular of a card right yet. So, I mean, our plan here is to really go with a single strike energy, go with single strike Scroll of Scorn. They might be worried about putting Mew down, or maybe just looking up a list that might play Mew or might not play Mew. Let's go single strike energy there so we can start boosting up our damage. Again, this is a single strike Pokemon. We cannot forget that. We're going to quick ball. We don't need Tyranitar V in this matchup. It's not weak to fighting, but it's our opponent's likely not playing anything that is weak to dark. Treat that as a Shadow Rider tech or anything that's weak to dark. Dragapult tech. We're going to go with Houndour. I think Houndour is going to be a really great asset for us. And I'm going to go Marnie. I don't necessarily want to discard our resources right yet. So we can hit for extra damage with the Tower of Darkness in play. I feel kind of cool with that. There's no reason for me to really continuously push forward with this. Let's just go for the blow through. I don't think our opponent's going to be able to knock us out or remotely come close to it. So let's go blow through, turn 1, 60 damage, and we're really applying the pressure. Sure, next turn we could only attach an energy and search one out there, but we could get that triple acceleration energy and hit for 240, 260, 280, turn 2, 280. Oh, our opponent, what? Codney. I certainly was not expecting that. It is resistant to dark though, however. See exactly what's going on. There's a research. So I don't know why Coalossal would be in a, what I assume is a Whimsicott deck, but I'll take it. If our opponent's not able to go into a Coalossal VMAX, we might just be able to get around these. That is the buff padding, giving them an additional 50 HP. And it looks like they're struggling a little bit. So let's get this set up and see what we can get going on for us. We want to get out the Tornadus VMAX as quickly as possible. Let's go single strike Roar, powering this up. Let's go for the Tower of Darkness, discarding a Tower of Darkness. I don't really want to discard any of those things, and I don't want to put the Dene down. Sometimes the opportunity's biting me in the butts. And we are going to be able to take them for a knockout. So this is where those triple acceleration energies can become absolutely massive. We're just going to hit hard with the max wind spirits. And it's going to go 240 plus 2, 280 turn 2. That could have been an ADP there, peeps. And that would have been an absolute knockout. So what are they going to send up here? This has 270. If we get a stadium and we just get a couple damage modifiers to accelerate our energies, we're good. It also gets to a certain point where, like, I think we might just be able to take this game relatively easy. There's a Whimsicott. When you play your hand, search your deck for a card and put it into your hands. Maybe they're trying to search for energies to put on top of their deck, or using... I never thought that they'd be using this Whimsicott as a way to search things out with Prowl, but it could be cool. If they attack into us eventually, we could also just attack with the single strike of this single strike Scroll of Scorn. S. There's a power plant, so our opponent's just feeding us that. We're not going to be able to get to the 380 damage threshold to knock this Pokemon out, but we could probably come close. And they're not two-shotting us anyways, so we might as well just attack them. So, after all that, they're doing 100 damage. So, let's go ahead and... They're only doing 100 damage, so we got to be very careful about that. Since we can just attack with the Scroll of Scorn, we could do that. We could also just get ourselves powered up. Certainly an opportunity to do so here. So let's go single strike, roar. Could power this up. There's 140, considering I'm only thinking they're doing 100 damage again next turn if they connect the attack. I might as well attack fully with the max wind spirit, discarding their stadium. Just in case we top deck into, well, we have the Dedenne, but you know what I'm saying. Let's just take care of it right now. We'll go capture energy. Nothing that we particularly want to capture for. I might as well just grab another Houndour here. It's not going to be clogging up our bench. Let's go for the max wind spirits. So we're doing a lot of damage. You can see we did 300 damage there. So turn 1 60, turn 2 280, turn 3 300. If this was like a normal VMAX Pokemon, or if we had a slightly better hands, we could have powered this up to knock out something for 320. Giving Tornadus VMAX, it's quite often underrepresented, and it's quite often underrated from the sets. The fact that it's single strike makes this card a lot better than most people will ever imagine. So we'll see exactly how our opponent reacts to the situation. I mean, I think this game might just be as simple as us getting another attack off, drawing 3 prize cards, eventually turning into a Tornadus VMAX, and we're just the more powerful deck overall. Because they're not even taking a knockout here. So we'll see what they're doing with the whole Whimsicott Prowl strategy. There's the card. Attaching an energy. I'm totally cool with the Marnie. Thank you so much to the opponent there. If your opponent has a deadish hands, you don't want to Marnie them. And you can see that this hand's a lot better. So there's a Guru. Let's get hit with that extra hundo. Since they did play a supporter already, we're really looking for a boss to knock out one of these Pokemon. So we're likely just a boss away from winning the game. There's Eruption Shot for 10. That is not what our opponent wants to see. So let's start building up this one. That's just going to be our goal at this point. Let's go. We don't have any of the energies there. Let's go single strike roar. Grab the energy. This one's powered up to now pretty much almost use Blasting Winds. I'm just going to go Marnie because our hand's not particularly great, and try to get set up for next turn. We do have a Tower of Darkness. I'm going to keep this very much like this. I feel pretty good about it. Let's go ahead and go for Furious Anger. So even if you don't have the stadium, I mean, we'd have the stadium if we need to knock something out for a decent bit of damage. But there is the 220 damage for a single energy. So keep that in mind. And there's a powerful colorless energy. There's a Houndoom. These are all great prize cards. Maybe our opponent's going to reset stamp us. They have 2 reset stamps in their discard pile. And I mean, they're probably not in a position to knock this Pokemon out by doing 170, considering I think they could only be doing 100 damage to us. So there's their energy. Let's see how their turn plays out. There's a research. So, I mean, we're not getting Marnied right now. So, 100 damage. Let's look at what the potential of Furious Anger can do. They could be doing 100 damage to us if they hit the requirements of this. They're going to be doing 130 minus 30 is 100. That puts us at 250. So, 250 plus 10 is 260. 260 minus 20 is 240. Plus 60, 300. So, we're relatively close to getting there, I believe. 250, 260, 320. We basically need to get 2 modifiers in play in order to make this happen, or just find a boss's orders to win the game. So I don't think we're necessarily going to get it there because we have the single strike swirl of, we have to get out of this spot and then be able to get it. The 240 is also not going to get us there because this is just a capture energy. So let's see what we could actually do here. Let's go Quick Ball away the Mew because we don't actually need the Mew. We could try to thin to get whatever we want. So let's go Crobats. If I retreat this and then add 40 damage to this, 40 damage plus 250, 260, 300, 360 minus 20. So yeah, I could power this up safely, switch into it. I can do this. I could go Quick Ball away a Research, grabbing nothing out of the deck, evolve here. I'm going to save this because I could potentially Tower of Darkness, because I could still just win the game by getting a boss's orders. Still not there yet. We're looking for a way to Oko. We might have to retreat this Pokemon at some point. Let's go Quick Ball, thin this out of the deck to grab something else out of the deck. Let's grab the Houndour. And this is where effective deck thinning can be very strategic. So we found the Urn of Vitality to win the game. So we're actually going to retreat here. And we're going to go Urn of Vitality, putting back in the energy into the deck. Going Single Strike Roar, attaching it to this Pokemon, giving it the plus 20 damage and the 20 damage so that we could actually just attack with the Furious Anger. So max 240 plus 80 is not enough. That's 320 minus 20, but we are going to be able to take the knockout there. So showing how the Scroll of Scorn can be huge in that matchup. That's what we got going on for this video today, peeps. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing how powerful Tornadus VMAX can be in this format. Sure, it might be less powerful against an Eternatus deck, or maybe it's more powerful. I mean, the ladder is going to give what the ladder is going to give, an Inteleon and the Colossal VMAX deck might not be the most competitive decks, but they are decks that exist in our game. So I'll have to see how this deck goes. Give it a try. I think this deck's actually awesome. You can see with the numbers that we're hitting, we can hit a lot of popular Pokemon for Okos. And I mean, like I said, the list is in the description. Comment below if you have any changes, if you've been playing with this deck. What are your thoughts on this list? And while you're at it, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we just passed 4.4K subs. We are so close to getting a 5,000. Let's get it. And I mean, you already know the drill. I gotta go edit this video, so I'll catch up with all y'all later. Peace out. I want to give a huge shout out to everyone who's become a channel member. It's one of those things where I appreciate every single person who watches my videos, and I mean, that's really where it counts, but for the channel members, they've gone out of their way to financially support me, and I truly appreciate that gesture. It's one of those things when I started channel memberships up on my channel, and I just didn't know if anyone was ever going to do it, so I truly appreciate everyone taking the plunge, taking a leap of trust, and investing in me as a content creator. Truly makes a difference for me each and every month. If you haven't already thought about becoming a channel member, you might want to contribute to the channel, and I do put everything back into the channel to make it the best possible place to watch for Pokemon TCG content. Again, I truly appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. Cheers. I truly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It means the world to me. And my goal with this channel is to spread my love of the game and knowledge with our entire Pokemon TCG community. If you haven't already, help signal boost this video to other Pokemon TCG fans by liking it, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Hopefully we reach our goals really soon. Check out this recommended video, and have yourself a great day. Thanks.